Yo ho ho Naruto What to do, my fellow Homo sapiens? It's your boy Uzumaki Hadou, and today we're doing a Naruto chapter review. 690 Ninja. Let's get this party started. Wow, what a chapter. Naruto 690. So let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about this chapter. In a nutshell, Kagura gets sealed up. The end. But let's really actually break it down a little bit. Kagura. I really felt like Kagura had promise. I really felt like she could have done so much more. However, I felt like she was really just cheated. I think because Kishi is this ending this manga, she really didn't get any time to truly shine. I mean, when Kagura came into the series, everyone else in the world was basically wrapped up with this tree, and the only two people you really actually had in this war who was really good was God Naruto and God Sasuke, who got powers from the Sage of Six Paths. They already knew what her weakness was coming into the fight, and it was really just one-sided. I mean, yes, Kagura was extremely powerful, but at the same time, I just felt like she didn't get any time to shine at all. And she just really looked bad with Black Zetsu talking for her the whole time. Now, with Kagura being one of my favorite characters, not because of her power, but because she goes way back into the history of Naruto, I was just really disappointed to see how fast she was sealed up. It was like, really, they could have just made an OVA or a side manga to really kind of talk a little bit more about Kagura. I was hoping we were going to get to go into the past and learn more about Kagura. Why did her son seal her up in the first place? Not just that, I mean, what happened in the past? Why did she need this army? That's another question. Why did she need all these people to turn into white Zetsus? It's just so many questions that was not answered in this series. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Naruto and Sasuke power up, and how they sealed her was nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, the teamwork it took them to seal her was beautiful. I liked how all the Team 7 went in. That was a team effort. But, you know, I keep hearing a lot of people still writing on Madara's dick, basically saying, you know, Madara was so good. Don't get me wrong, Madara is definitely one of my favorite characters. However, like, when Madara came into the series, everybody was basically alive. I mean, Madara was able to fight the Kages and really make himself look good. Not just that, he had a lot of trash mobs to destroy. I mean, he killed hundreds of thousands of trash mobs. And you don't know what trash mobs is. Those are pretty much just ninjas without names. There's people you see in the background who just got killed off. Madara was really badass. Don't get me wrong. He was badass and he looked cool doing it. And when Kagura came in the series, you didn't have all those trash mobs. You didn't have any of those. You didn't have any of those Kages. You had none of those people. And all she really had was Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. And kind of Obito, but, you know, I really don't count Obito. But did Kagura really do an impact on the series? I'm going to say, unfortunately, I just don't feel like she did any impact on the series. I mean, she killed Obito, but he was already going to die anyway. You know, it's like, who cares about him? Now, I will say Naruto and Sasuke had some power-ups from the Sage of Six Paths. They was really, really powerful. Not just that, Kakashi got a extremely nice power-up. That man level up like, you know, Super Saiyan out this bitch. And don't get me wrong, I like to see how Team 7 grew and how they was able to work together to defeat Kagura. However, I'm starting to question, was her purpose, I mean, was it really good to put her in the series if you was just going to seal her up? Like, what was really her purpose? Is this finally it? I'm quite sure she's sealed up. I'm quite sure this is it. Now, one thing we did notice was Madara was spit out when Kagura was getting sealed. And I'll hop to that a little bit later. But in one panel, you know, we see Sasuke, he's running over. He looks scared. He's like, hey, man, we got to get up out of here, you know. He looks worried. And they're like, hey, where's Naruto? And he's like, he got something to do. And I'm like, okay, what do Naruto got to do? And I see him go to Black Zetsu, and I'm like, I know we ain't about to get no lecture. I know we ain't about to get no flashback and Naruto and them talking. But believe it or not, Naruto didn't say a lot of words to him. Basically just gave him the middle finger and threw him up there with his mother or whatnot. Told him that, you know what I'm saying, you're nobody. You can't really escape your mother or whatever. threw him up there and sealed him away also. And I was like, wow, like they was really wrapping things up in this series. Now, one thing we did see is Madara get spit out, land on the ground, just land there, useless right now. And I know I probably shot this pissed off a lot of dick riders. Don't get me wrong, Madara is one of my niggas, one of my ninjas. I love Madara, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, he just land there. And I don't see Madara doing too much of anything at the moment. I don't see him being a threat at all. Maybe he might undo this infinite Tsukiyomi, or maybe the Sage of Six Path might undo it, or maybe Sasuke might undo it. We don't know. This probably is it. This is probably wrapping up for Naruto. Naruto could probably end in the next month or two. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3. It could end in the next three months. It was a good chapter. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this chapter a 7 out of 10. And the reason I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 was the chapter was good. It didn't really have any action in it. I mean, we got to see the tail beast form around. The art was really, really beautiful in it, especially the scene where Kagura's getting sealed and is creating another moon. I really like that. I also like how Naruto didn't talk no jutsu, Black Zetsu. He just tossed his ass up there. I like how we got to actually see the Sage of Six Path use all this power to summon Naruto and basically summon the Team 7 and the Tail Beast back to the real realm. So I actually enjoy that. The part I'm really disappointed in is actually seeing Kagura sealed up so fast. I really wanted to see Kagura put in some serious work. I mean, through this whole fight with Kagura, I mean, it seemed like Sasuke took her serious. Everyone was taking her serious. But when I looked at Naruto, he seemed to be smiling most of the time. He seemed to be happy. He really rarely seemed worried. I know Naruto abused those clones in this fight. But overall, this is good stuff. What do I see happening next? I really don't see anything happening next. Maybe Madara might pop up. Maybe he'll change his mind and probably attempt to help them. Or maybe he'll try to act, you know, hard ass and get smacked around. I don't know. I really just don't know what to predict at this moment. But I do know it's basically done. Unless Kagura figures out a way to break that seal and come out some type of way. And that would blow my mind. That would get me hyped up. But I really don't see that. Madara might attempt to go out and battle. I don't actually see that either. But this is probably just it. I asked myself, you know, what is the Naruto last movie going to be about? Is it going to be about a new villain? What is going to be the purpose? Is that last movie going to be canon to the series? Because I really want to know. I'm definitely interested in understanding and knowing what's going to happen next. Is Kishi going to leave this series? Is he going to close the series where he can set it up, where he might want to open up a new season, maybe 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 7 years down the line? I don't know, but I am very happy that it's actually coming to the end. I'm just disappointed in how Kagura was defeated so fast. But that's all I got for you today. If I left anything out, my fellow Homo sapiens, please let me know in the comment box below. And rate, subscribe, and comment. It really helps my channel. Johnette.